Welcome on board, guys. This is Anisha here. Today we have got all the beautiful guys with us to talk about, the cat.
Okay, so hi everyone, welcome on board.
So we have today with us here amazing, beautiful people to help, talk about your cat strategy. We have, let me quickly introduce these guys to you. We have Amika, who is an NMAT 250 score getter. Ashwin, I am Ahmedabad call getter, engineer from NIT Trichy, right, Ashwin?
Yeah, ma'am. Yes.
Great. So why don't you quickly introduce yourself to us, Ashwin?
Hi, guys. So this is Ashwin here. I'm an electrical engineer by background. So I graduated in 2019. I have 1 year work ex of working in energy industry. So I actually started my CAT preparation from the month of September. And with the help of good strategies, I was able to ace the exam and able to get the calls.
Lovely, lovely. So we will come back to him with respect to 2 months mein how did you crack CAT and that to get an Ahmedabad call. We also have with us here Sagar, who is a CAT 99.95 percentiler, a fresher engineer from NIT Warangal. Right, Sagar?
Yes, ma'am.
Lovely. So yeah, leave all of these things. Amika, why don't you set the perspective right for all of these people who are watching us also? What are we doing? Why are we doing these series and all of them?
Yes, so basically we have two objectives why we are doing it. First of all, many of you will be beginning your CAT preparation now. So we're bringing on board all of our CAT toppers who have gone through what you will be going through now. We'll be presenting different perspectives. We'll be having engineers, non-engineers, everyone. So yesterday we had CAT preparation for engineers. Today, the session is about the VARC sectional preparation. So we have Sagar and Ashwin on board with us. And the second and the most important objective why we're conducting these lives is because we are raising funds. We at CATKing have organized a fundraiser for the COVID patients and the whole situation, the grave situation that India is going through right now. And we would love if you all will spread awareness. You would join us, and if you would want to donate anything, all the funds will be going to the NGOs for to. It's just our bit that we'll do to tackle the situation. So if you can spread awareness about this, it'll be really great.
Lovely, lovely. So, guys, quickly hit on the like button. The more the people join us, the better it is for all of us. And trust me, you guys are going to get some interesting insights. More than me, let's hear it from Sagar. Tell me, Sagar, what was your secret to get 99.19 in verbal being an engineer?
It was not a secret. I'll say the secret. It was mostly the hard work and the work in the right direction. As I told you briefly also that I scored negative in my first mock, and then achieving the feat of 99 percentile in real CAT has been a great achievement for me, I'll say. So what I'll say is for VRC, I did was I put in a lot of hard work because that was my weakest section. And through I started developing reading habit and then carry forwarded that to my CAT RCs, which in the long run helped me to score this much in my CAT.
Lovely. So for my understanding, tell me, Sagar, first mock में negative score आया था, not negative percentile.
No, ma'am, it was negative score because I was good in bonds. Being an engineer, I was good there.
Okay, so negative score से tell me what kept you motivated कि नहीं यार मैं 99.19 मैं भी पहुंच सकता हूँ. What all did you put in hard work? कहाँ से start करना चाहिए preparation verbal का?
First thing is after getting a negative score, you really need a motivating factor because without that, I think you won't be able to move forward. And one of the biggest motivating factor at the starting of my journey, I remember, was the videos of official humans of B School by CATKing. So those were really motivating videos for me. And from that, I saw that people they are generally weak at the initial stages of their preparation. And then gradually moving on, if they work toward it rightly, then they definitely can score a good marks. So I think that was the starting motivation. And as I kept reading, as I developed reading habit, I'd like to mention that initially I didn't had a reading habit. I used to hate books. Even if I had a book in front of me and a game, I'll never pick up whatever may be the situation. I literally hated books. But then I started reading, and then it caught my attention. And in that process, scores started increasing. And then that increase in score was itself a motivation that if from negative I can score a little bit, then I can also score a lot more. So
That's so amazing. So Sagar, like you said, you were motivated from the Real Humans B School series. Did you ever feel that next year I'm going to be the one giving motivation to all the rest of these guys and where to start?
I'll say that I never imagined myself reaching at such a stage, because initially, as you saw my starting, it was a really like a long journey for me. But I always wanted to share my knowledge. Like whatever I'm learning, I should be able to tell the people who are listening to me, or if I can help someone. So if I'm getting a chance, I like thought if I get a chance, I'll go there definitely.
Lovely. That's really interesting. So how about you, Ashwin? Like since you started in September, so you had 2 months at hand. Where did you pick up to start verbal? Like, VARC section, mein, what was the first thing you picked up?
So one thing was that I went through what are the sections it actually consist of. What is the question format? Understanding the question format actually helps you a lot when you're preparing for these exams, because at the end of the day, it's not about getting full all questions right, but only a part of the questions we need to get it right. So as per the question format, we have a lot of questions being allotted towards the reading sections rather than the verbal ability. And one of the thing about reading passages was that it required a lot of attention and detail while going through them. So to get familiar with reading those passages, I started reading all the editorial sections of the Hindu newspaper daily and started to paraphrase like what it does. So that actually helped me a long way to get comfortable with the passages which is coming in CAT.
Okay, that's lovely. How about you, Amika? Like, you also had a couple of friends. You are also an engineer. We always hate, I mean, 4 of us are engineers here, and verbal is always our pain area. What do you suggest? Where should one start their verbal preparation if they have to start today?
Yes, ma'am. So basically, yesterday also in the yesterday's live, I mentioned that I was an exception. I liked verbal. I was decent at it. So, but I had friends who were giving CAT, who were aiming for CAT, and who were not so good at verbal because quant strong hota hai engineers ka. So what I would suggest is don't take it as a habit कि मतलब question solve करने के लिए पढ़ना है. Sometimes do it for like a leisure activity. Abhi free time में start reading, make it a habit. So that when you'll be giving passages finally in the mocks, it'll not be like question answer ho raha hai, because you'll already be able to analyze them way better if you read something just for fun also. So that is really important.
Nice. Where did you start reading, Sagar? Like, did you jump to novels or did you start reading newspapers or editorials? किससे start किया था?
After a mock, I knew that I need to develop a reading habit. So first thing I approached was my friends who were good at reading, who read a lot of novels. So I started from novels only. I picked up Indian novels first, because basically they are a bit easier to understand and we know the context. So I picked up those, and then I moved on to foreign novels and then non-fiction novels, and all. Through that I developed my reading habit.
A lot of people are asking कि अभी level 0 है verbal का, तो कैसे start करना चाहिए? So when did you start studying for Sagar? Like 1 year before or how many months before?
It was, I'll say, April. Like as soon as the lockdown started, I think from that time I started.
Okay, so then you can, it's possible if you start from April till November 99 aa sakta hai. Brilliant.
It's totally possible.
Interesting. So you also mentioned that you didn't like reading. So when you start reading and you are not a fan of reading, then how do you kind of get yourselves engaged into the newspapers to understand the editorials? Any techniques for that?
It's basically read what you like. We all have topics that we love, and one topic for me was technology. And like I used to watch a lot of videos related to technology, what is coming in the market and all. And then from videos, I think I shifted to articles, because there are various websites where you can know about that. And from those articles, I think I picked up a bit of reading. And then I shifted to Indian authors. I shifted to Amish Shiva trilogy and all. I was really interested in mythology.
Okay.
From like childhood onwards, mythology fascinated me. So I think, yeah, reading the things that you really like will be a good starting point.
That's interesting. So let's start with something you like and then keep building onto it. Then how about like Sagar, just you said कि mocks में पहले negative score आया था, then you kind of pulled up. So how did you make sure कितने mocks देना है? April से start कर रहे हो, तो what was your strategy?
First, ma'am, before starting my preparation, I think I gave a mock in the March to know the reality, where I stand actually, what is the weak and what is strong. And after that, as I started preparing, I think I started giving mocks in from May. I think I was giving one mock per 15 day, and then after a month, so I shifted to one mock per week. And in the last time, I think I was giving 2 or 3 mocks per week. So depends on your level of preparation. Like as you move forward in your preparation, you can increase the frequency of your mocks.
Lovely, great. So you kind of gave which mocks, like any particular mock? I remember you had given real cat mocks, जिसमें rank 1 आया था. So
yes, ma'am.
How did you manage to go from that negative to that rank 1? Matlab, what kept your mock scores improving? Did you analyze?
It was, ma'am, I'll say it was all consistency and practice. Like due to the lockdown, I was fortunate enough to get a lot of time because I didn't have college and all. So yeah, I was consistent. I'll say like at least I used to read around 1 or 2 hours daily to keep my reading habit. And then I used to solve some questions at least so that my habit is not gone. And as I move forward in the like later stages of the preparation, it really helped me because as you have the habit, then you can't lose focus in your mocks. And as your focus increases in your mocks, your score will definitely increase. So I'll say like be consistent and keep practicing. It will not show initially, but in the final stages, it will be really beneficial.
Brilliant. That's amazing. So how about your opinion on, Amika, how many hours should these people study? Like, घर पे वेले बैठे हैं, college online है सबका, तो कितने घंटे पढ़ना चाहिए?
Okay, ma'am. Like what happens is that if verbal or RC is weak, so what they do is that ऐसा करते हैं, today the whole day we will read. So that actually फिर वो boiling point आ जाता है. You reach a boiling point and then you'll again start hating it and then you'll again sideline it. So don't do that. एक दिन में ही नहीं हो जाएगा. In one day your verbal won't go from negative to positive. As Sagar said, एक दिन में नहीं होता है. Divide it. Be patient, of course. So start from 2 hours a day. You have to read anything, but not Instagram memes, please. That doesn't work. So read something. Start with your comfort zone, what you're aware of. Then धीरे धीरे increase the level. You can go to editorials, you can go to foreign authors. धीरे धीरे, it's a slow progress thing. You won't get it in one day. So be patient and increase the difficulty level accordingly. So starting with 2 hours a day would be good. Yes, that's a good start.
Guys, people are asking how many hours to study. 2 hours a day, start studying. थोड़ा सा reading करो, थोड़ा सा practice करो questions. Like all of these toppers are saying that, focus on making sure you increase your consistency of reading and the content which you are reading on a daily basis. How about vocabulary? Do you guys think it is helpful to build vocabulary for CAT, NMAT, these exams?
I'll take up the opportunity. Like specifically for vocabulary, I didn't do anything because CAT RC is mostly about understanding what the overall RC is saying. The questions are based on inference. Like you have to read between the lines. That's basically like understanding what it is trying to say and then what the thing implies actually. So I don't think knowing the meaning of a particular word is necessary, but you should be able to understand the whole sentence, what is there in it. So yeah, I'll say like don't focus much on vocabulary. Focus more on comprehension and reading a different kind of topics and all.
Okay, that's interesting. How about your perspective, Ashwin, with respect to mock? Since you had the shortest time span, September to November, what all things did you do so that you were able to make sure that I am cracking and I'm getting an IIM Ahmedabad call? People who joined us late, just a quick reference, we have Ashwin, IIM Ahmedabad call getter from CAT 2020. We have Sagar, again, he's got all IIMs, FMS, SPGN calls, 99.95 percentiler and a fresher. And Amika, who's joining NMIMS with a score of 250 score. So over to you, Ashwin, your 2 cents on, how to prepare in the last 2 months.
Yeah, one thing is to be very consistent. So that's very important, as Sagar and other thing mentioned. Like even if the time is being very less, being very consistent helps you. Like it keeps you in touch with the things and automatically over the days, like you will itself figure out like what strategy we will be able to do it. And also like having a vocabulary will help you, but more than that, having as others mentioned, like having a very good inference and what their comprehension is about. Having your good own paraphrasing ability will help you sail over the reading comprehension. So that's what I feel like, being very consistent and like doing it over the time.
Lovely. So how many mocks did you kind of give, Ashwin, in those 2 months time?
So like initially it was one mock once in 2 weeks. Then after that, it used to be the frequency of one mock per week. So like that was the frequency which I did actually, the number of mocks.
Brilliant, brilliant. Amika, how about you? Like, NMAT, there's a little different verbal.
Yes.
There is verbal ability, there's verbal reasoning. So what was your strategy for making that as your strength?
Yes, ma'am. So the thing is that NMAT differs from CAT because we will have vocabulary, we'll have direct questions, antonyms, synonyms, meanings, we'll have article filling. So if you are targeting OMIL such as NMAT, you'll have to focus a bit more on vocabulary because it's not just RCs. You will have direct questions like what is the antonym of this? So that will be very different. So if you are targeting that, you'll have to prepare accordingly. For example, if you're reading something, you find a word that is different. Okay, so search the meaning. Now, since you will be reading that in some novel, you will be able to connect that. It's not like, I don't think that never worked for me, like having a list and then memorizing that never works. So instead, if you're reading something, you come across a different word, you can search the meaning and then you'll be remembering it that way. So yes, if you are targeting NMAT, you'll have to focus a bit more on vocabulary.
Very good. That's really nice. I also have a little different perspective. Thoda sa, if you start building vocabulary, तो थोड़ा सा reading में effective हो जाता है if you're a non-reader. So it kind of sometimes helps कि ये मुझे समझ रहा है, तो you can try both कि तुम Norman Lewis पढ़ लो क्योंकि वो रट्टा नहीं मार रहा है verbs को. So that थोड़ा सा helps and reading. One thing which all of the people are asking is कि the सब बोल तो रहे हो कि read कर लो, but क्या read करो? What are the sources which one should refer? So kind of anything that you all remember in your prep which you all used to follow?
I'll say start with novels first, and then as you move forward, move on to articles. Go to Aeon, go to Guardian, pick up Hindu, whatever you like, whatever newspaper you like, pick up that newspaper. But initially, if you are a non-reader and if you go directly to Aeon, and then I can bet that in the initial 10 minutes, you will be sleepy. You won't get a thing from Aeon because it's a bit difficult to understand. So first, I'll say if you are a non-reader, pick up novels because there is a story, there is some logic behind it, so you can follow it easily. So yeah, starting with novels will be a good idea.
Great. So guys, very important, if you're a non-reader, pick up some basic easy novels, thoda sa interest build karo reading ka, and then move to articles like Aeon essays. I think when Rahul sir mentions to you all study from Aeon and Guardian or editorials, Hindus. Ashwin, what newspapers you used to read?
I used to regularly follow Hindu newspapers, especially editorial sections.
Okay, great. So that's something which you all can start with. And how about, तुम्हारे scores तो आ गए सबके इतने सारे. So this reading and all helps you in your interviews also. Like Ashwin, Sagar, you had all IMA, Bangalore, Lucknow, Kozhikode, all the IMs calls. So do you think this really helped there?
Yeah, reading is not just about building on RCs and all. It is also about gaining the knowledge, gaining the information. So the more you read, the more information you'll have. And the more information you'll have, your personality will develop accordingly. The things you read will go into your mind and then your personality will evolve. So yeah, I'll say reading has transformed me. From a personal experience, I'll say reading has transformed me a lot. I have given my college placement interviews where I got the highest placements and all. And then after that, I gave my IM interviews and all. And then I can clearly see that the habit of reading has helped me a lot. So look at reading from a bigger perspective, not just through RCs and all. Look at it from how it will help in the other areas also.
Kya baat hai. This is so amazing, guys. This Sagar is a fresher from NIT Warangal. Negative scores aate the verbal ke mocks mein, making sure reading se he is able to get IIM Ahmedabad call, highest placement at NIT and verbal in 99.19. I'm sure it's sheer motivation and consistency. Anything else, Sagar, that always kept you going and driven? I remember you used to tell me ki you meditate. So do you think that helped you in a lot in this whole thing?
Yes, ma'am. Meditation, it has played a different kind of role. I can attribute most of my success to meditation itself because meditation, I'll say, came into my life 5-6 years back, when I was preparing for my JW. And since that time, it has been into my life, and then I have been practicing on and off in my college also. But in lockdown, it has helped me a lot. I used to wake up and then I used to meditate and all. So what meditation did to me was it cleared out my mind, because when you are preparing for CAT and then you are tensed about your college and then your CAT preparation, your placements, and then there are certain things going on in your family, there is news and all. So there are a lot of things going on in your mind. So, but if you meditate, you can like clear it out. Like it will help as a tunnel for you, where you can clearly see what is important for you and what is not. So you can filter out what is not important, and then you can progress according to like what is coming to your mind when you meditate. You can plan your day, you can plan your career, you can think about your strengths and all, what should you do, what you should not. So yeah, I'll say meditation is really helped me a lot.
This is so amazing, guys. We have such brilliant people here, so many toppers. We can keep on going with all the strategies, and so many of you guys hit like so that you all can keep driving and motivating all of these people to, keep sharing more inputs and everything. Tell me one thing, guys. ये लोग सब लोग अगर अभी से पढ़ना start करें sincerely, can they get in IIM calls? And will you guys come back to give them tips and strategies to convert IIM and NMIMS calls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You just work hard, then don't worry about converting and all. We'll be there to help. Like we can do whatever we can.
Lovely, lovely. So guys, हम हमेशा बोलते हैं, work hard, convert it. तुम्हारे लिए we'll put in all the best efforts, get best of IIM guys, like all of these, taking your everyday sessions. कैसे थे तुम्हारे sessions? अश्विन, सागर attend करते थे आप लोग वो daily IIM के interviews वाले call sessions?
Yes, ma'am. Like वो तो regularly मेरे schedule में ही add हो गया था. Like I used to attend the sessions regularly. Be it the marketing sessions that you took, or be it the finance sessions, I used to like that a lot. Being a non-engineer, studying finance was a new thing for me. But the way it was taught in the sessions was really amazing. Like I used to enjoy those sessions, and then the general knowledge sessions, and then the sessions taken by Rahul sir, all were good. Like they helped me a lot in my GDPR preparation also.
Brilliant. That's amazing. Ashwin, any last parting thoughts for all of these beautiful people who are watching us?
Always believe in you and just believe in you, because like if you believe in yourself, you can achieve it really, and be consistent. So these two things will help you sail over any obstacle.
Okay, amazing. That's great. Sagar, if you were to recommend one novel, a lot of people are saying, Sagar sir, ek novel bata do. Which novel or a book you would suggest ki start karo padna?
I'll say if you want Indian author, pick up Shiva Trilogy. Or if you want a foreign author, pick up Alchemist.
Okay, Alchemist matlab sahi hai boss. ठीक है, that's amazing, guys. And Amika, last wishes to all of these guys, and thank you so much all of you all for listening. Hope the session was helpful for all of you.
Yes, so we really hope that the lives that we are organizing are really helpful. You're getting to know what we went through, and we are being absolutely candid. These are all the responses that we had, we faced, and how we prepared. And I would really like to thank Sagar and Ashwin to come on board with us. And
it's my pleasure. Thank you.
We really hope that you will be able to contribute towards our cause and spread awareness as well. We'll be coming up with more lives daily at 5 p.m.
Thank you so much, Amika. Thanks, Ashwin. Thanks, Sagar. Thanks, all of you guys who are sitting and listening to all of us. Bas mehnat karo, study, work hard, keep attending your lectures. Rahul sir's verbal class will be tonight, and get us the call. We'll convert it for you. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.